Okay, one more map. Can they break the curse that has haunted the European scene? Some might say it has been a dynasty of this team, pretty much destroying anyone who steps up against them. The pillars of this team being the likes of Zaz, Giuliano, these names that have become synonymous with the women's scene, with success as well in Europe and, roll it back, maybe not this year, but the global scene that followed as well. CLG were hot on their heels, picking up wins here and there, but as said, when it came to Europe, this was the team. Now there's a challenger, but they have to do it here on XSET's map. This is not going to be easy for Galaxy Racer Fearless. This is going to be a challenge and a half.
Oh, and I'm having a little bit of a deja vu because last time during DreamHack Showdown, back then it was still summer, they also played on Overpass. Back then it was the opening map and actually picked by Galaxy Racer, but back then they were called Originum, but now XSET, they took the map away from Galaxy Racer and they pretty much secured the victory for them. So now XSET having the confidence to pick it and leaving Train out, that was big balls pretty much. So let's see how they are opting with this one. Giuliano already straight in with the firepower. Glocks galore, but leave it up to Anna to take things back in their own hands. Right back with the USB headshot. But looks like XSET changed the plan, looking to go towards that B-bomb side. And Kelly V absolutely ready with the boost here as well. Crisp headshots coming in, making things definitely harder for XSET. But the bomb plant is there, so at least money secured. But now, after plant, it's time.
That's gonna sting a little. Very composed on the playback in. And I like the passive hold towards the B side. I don't mind that at all. Focused on taking the bathroom control, kind of opting to obviously leave open long there. Giuliano taking full liberties with that, no problem. But this boost was in place for a while. They were ready for this. Kelly V. If we get a Kelly V online, I'm loving it. Give me that. I want to see more of that. Kelly V, if she has a game today in this map, maybe it's enough to tilt the scales. I'm looking at some of the players for Galaxy Racer to pick up the pace a little bit individually. You can't come in cold against XSET. They are too good, as said, pound for pound. They will just walk all over you. Standard little monster smoke gonna at least make it a little bit trickier for the teams. And again, look at this deeper posturing from Galaxy Racer. Yeah, give them the sight. Yeah, maybe they get a pump, but you're in a very good position to do some damage. Comes down to Claudia and Kelly V again.
Oh, the Molotov. Pretty good timing. They can at least make sure that they're not gonna be heading towards the side real fast. Oh, but there's a smoke now in place, making sure that at least that second Molotov deployed won't do a lot. And the smoke wall actually keeping XSET alive for now. 3 players still to go. And Claudia is looking for more. She won't get some, but Kelly V once again, she grabs up 2 for herself. She's definitely on fire, and I hope that can translate onto the rest of the match, because I remember it was new, but she created so much space and openings for the teams. I want to see that happening again. This time in Overpass, I have a feeling she is the player to do so. And let's hope that Galaxy Racer, they take this one into their own hands. They are now, up until this point, the ones in control. But XSET, they have a buy now coming up. Every single player on an 8K with full utility. So they're definitely met with a big task here.
Certainly are. I want to see what Anna's up to as well. See where she's deciding to opt towards. Looks like a little bit of long control. Going to pop herself up towards the ledge over there. And it's going to be a very cautious default coming out from XSET. Maybe just, testing the water, seeing if there's any aggression, if anyone's pushing up towards party. Any, unique plays coming out, don't mind it. Happy to see it. Go through the motions. Be very meticulous in approach. Take your time. You have that utility finally by your side to clear these corners, to be able to build late in towards the sites.
Me, once again, trying to spam, knowing that there have been a few players there before, but this time around, not anyone sitting in that close corner. So, for now, XSET, just take things a little slower. The spamming still happening, this time by Zaz. But looks like XSET do want to go and set their foot on B. The bomb still all the way at the back, so it does need to be grabbed up pretty soon if they want to make a move. And eventually it's Giuliano picking that one up, bringing it to the rest of the team. And everyone is about to be set in motion. We can already see the read is coming in. Vilga ready to pop a Molotov as soon as the utility bike exit is going to be flying, tagging up 3 of the players. So that's a good start to say the least. Kelly can pick up 2, but the trades are there. XSET are actually cleaning this one up, making sure that the headshots are on point. And now with 15 seconds left, the bomb plant is finally there. Anna missing a shot. We haven't really seen that one just yet. Maybe it's the nerves kicking in, but definitely the pressure is all on her now as she needs to back off. The money definitely not that high. Of course, we do see 3 other players who are able to buy up the next, but keeping that up on that CT side on Overpass, that's exactly what you want to have. So keep that one right safe, right clean. But ooh, Mimi may be about to come around the corner, and the timing just so unfortunate for Anna. She was definitely looking there, but as soon as she looked away towards toilet, Mimi just pops right around that corner. And just the openings here, Kelly V definitely had a good shot there, trying to keep things in line for her team, but leave it up to XSET to make sure the site is there, as the aggressiveness, the explosiveness. And now Galaxy Racer back to the pistols.
Yeah, this should be dealt with. We saw how meticulous XSET were, and if they keep that mindset up, they should be fine to handle this well. There's a lot of players here, and they're all going to swing out. Zaz only good for 2. There is still threats aplenty. Is there armor? There is on 23. So AK's recovered. You'll take this. And Giuliano should get quite far forward. Try and play ahead of where the other players may be for the CT side. They should have good information. They're all pretty far back, so she should be able to get posted up quite nice. And she has. Going to push through towards CT, so she'll be able to get a nice angle on this. I'm probably going to stop this. Yeah, there's one. Quickly with a second. And now 23 did have the armor. And I'd honestly consider saving at this point. Pulling off a 1v3 in this post plant. Not very likely. And again, guns, points mean prizes. So back away, keep that to hand. And should be safe going forward. And look, I hate to say it, and I am Vilga's biggest fan. I want a good performance from Vilga today on this map, but we need to see what she can bring. Giuliano trying to be the thorn in the side, and she might just be a bit of a turn from 23, but Giuliano just waiting, stone cold. Wants to take away the AK, can't do it. 23 looking like she might be able to keep hold of this if she's sly enough, but again, might be another loss towards long. Yeah, Petra's going to find it, so not allowing any freebies to filter over to that CT side.
Yeah, Anna still stuck on just pretty much about 3k, so it's once again pistols and a scout onto Kelly V, a tiny bit of utility coming in from Galaxy Racer. So not the full buy, and that might be rough. Maybe that one saved AK could have made the deal, but right now, just back to sticking together, maybe pulling some cheeky plays off, and we can already see 2 people down con. I like the change. But so far, no one really there. It's all down mid here. Zaz creeping out, Giuliano as well. They might actually be able to pick those 2 players up, but they're going to be leaving them. Just make sure to watch your back, though, because if they are about to sneak in, it might get real dirty. But Cressy is on that one. Make sure to check it. But Anna is quick on the trigger. Make sure that shot is theirs. And of course, the eyes are now all on Connector, making sure that the 1 kill was just the only one, the only mistake they will make into this round. The rest they need to make clean, because if not, Galaxy Racer might actually upgrade. They, of course, have that off. They have the AKs, and Galaxy Racer are smelling them. They want them so bad. But right now, Kelly V on the site, and Anna is about to be met with a lot of power. 4 people going her way. And now it's 123 up short. She does pick up 1 and has to back off because she is not sure where the rest is going to be coming from. But very soon, XSET will have to make a move with just 30 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, but they've pulled rotations out of positions. And yes, it is late in the day, but Giuliano can potentially get bank control or even headshot. Yeah, gonna hear that step. Kelly V's dead. That should be a bomb plant coming in, and Giuliano's going to be the bouncer of this club. No one's coming in. No shoes, no shirt, no service. Get out of here, Vilga. Claudia and 23 doing what they can, but it's going to be hard to make it count. And yeah, Giuliano's making light work of them. Those pistols, I like the intention. It's just, a good response from XSET. There's no 2 ways to put it.
And the thing is, I believe the op was even picked up by Galaxy Racer, so it could be, I believe, retrieved. Yep, Petra has it back in hand. So, just 2 people lost, not too shabby. But on the Galaxy Racer side, yeah, of course, this needs to be the time right now. This is the buy round, back on the board. Anna back on the op. And let's see if that firepower that Anna had earlier, if we can see that one back again. Have things on lockdown on a side or either on mid. Let's see where their op is about to be heading towards. Looks like Party and the duel was definitely there. Petra tried to shoot, but Anna was definitely quicker this time, taking the opening and making it. At least now they have a player advantage. And this is pretty unique so far on Inferno. We saw it was, for the majority of the time, XSET being in control, taking the opening picks, making sure they have a player advantage. But now it's time for Galaxy Racer to shine. But keep in mind, things are not done yet. Giuliano takes it right back into their own hands with that boost. And now flashes and smokes gonna come in. And Vilga's in a rough spot. He's not gonna get mollied out just yet, leaving it to Kelly V to at least get one more kill. But the bomb plant, not sure if they can deny that one.
Oh, the Shadow's giving it away. Krasty's gonna get both. Finds Kelly V, and then the shadow of Vilga just shown from the lower side there, and now a 2v2 post-spawn scenario. And look at Anna's position. She's a little further ahead than maybe they'd expect, but an AWP in that position is tough to make count. Definitely going to be tricky. Molotov smokes, they still got a little bit to play with. They could definitely make them work for this. Molly down towards short, going to force Zaz away. And there is a kid on Anna. Smoke on the slide. Zaz is burning alive. 23's got that one, and now Mimi's in trouble. If they've sapped this, they're going to get this. That's Galaxy Racer right back in it now. 3-3. It was costly, but they got the round back in check.
Oh, man. Zaz there trying to stop the defuse by walking for the molly, but hesitating at first, so she already took a fair bit amount of damage, and going back in, that was really the deal breaker there. So the scoreline is now all tied up. Gets Racer back into it. But it was indeed a very costly round. Vilga now stuck with the MP9, but Anna still has that op in hand. So she can deliver. That MP9 might not really make the most amount of difference, but ooh. Mimi into connector. Of course, the boost is going to be coming in right behind it. And at the same time, it looks like XSET might be cautious here on mid. There's a smoke deep down in return already. So I know there's a little bit of confidence. Oh, Mimi is still ready for it, but Vilga as well. She read it like a book, and now taking that first kill into her own hands, making sure to even upgrade, and 23 just comes in with the follow-up kills. 2 again, and a 4v2 now for Galaxy Racer. This is looking to really flip on its head now.
Good control. Krasty trying to throw something at a wall and make it stick, but not going to get anything for it. And you can see currently where Vilga resides should kind of cut this map in half and potentially cut Petra in half here. We'll check on it, but Vilga will have the advantage. And now we should have a bit of a bounce back. Galaxy Racer getting a bit of consistency beside them. This is good news for any Galaxy Racer fans out there. You want to see a little bit of a fight back here. Find a bit of confidence. Find that positioning. They're going to find at least the T's now. In a worse position money-wise. It will be a light investment around pistols. Mimi was that on 4K, so can get herself a nice bit of armor and a Tech 9. Go for maybe a pacey piece. They were able to get those B plants because we saw how passive Galaxy Racer were happy to hold it, but this time you're going to have at least one towards Pillar. That's going to be, who is that over there? Okay, it's Claudia. This is a bit of a precarious spot, but could find some value for it. But be careful to not get overdone. And there it is. Zaz gets the timing just right, but the round's being kept safe.
Oh, keep in mind, Mimi still had that Tech 9. Make sure to make it a little bit more costly, but still 3 people alive on the Galaxy Racer side. So as far as the money goes, definitely not too much of a problem. And XSET, they now need to get back into this, because this round is going to be important. Of course, buy round coming in and limited amount of money left in the bank to come up for the next one. And then at the same time, it's Galaxy Racer calling the timeout, making sure to stay in line and not let this one slip away, because they've had some good starts before on maps, but sometimes it's just XSET's firepower, the aggression that they simply sometimes cannot seem to be handling. So their biggest task now is to stay in control and make sure that this round is just won cleanly.
It's been an interesting T-side for XSET, considering we haven't seen like a full, bathrooms take really. It's mostly been reactive. It's either that very passive default or mostly a very intensive B hit. I'd like to see what else they have up their sleeve. I'm not too sure, and we might get a bit of that this time around. We've got the early smoke going down, a little bit of everything. Crassy towards underpass, but we do have a stack towards party for the CTs.
Well, so far so good for the CTs, but trades are definitely coming in. Sure, a little bit of health lost onto Petra, but as soon as Juliana got that third kill, things definitely look a lot better for XSET. Of course, there's also a lot of time for them to work with. They still have smoke and 2 times a flash in hand to make of good use. But Ana, she's still lurking here towards that B-bomb side, and Vilga and Ana are sticking together. So I like that. Not playing one on each side, making sure to take the duels together. Because if not, if you're just isolated, it's very easy for XSET to just pick you right up. They've guessed right. It's going to be B. The bomb is now heading that way, and people are going to be flying out of monster real fast. And the bomb now is getting planted. Vilga trying to work here from the water positioning. Finding that nade, and at least it was good for 1 kill. But simply too much spacing here for XSET. So they take the round home. And Galaxy Racer, 2 players are low on money, but they're still... Yeah, they're just going to be going for that half buy, scout in hand, a little bit of util, but... Keep that round advantage, make sure it just goes to a tie, and then come back into it.
See what they do with these leftover weapons. Vilga could make something work, but it's Anna to get first contact over by Long. Look at the patience from XSET as well. I guess after that previous round, they don't really want to blindly walk into anything, and that's a pretty fair shout. Vilga and Claudia having a little look. We could hop on board with Vilga. It'd be cool to see that perspective. Gives them a lot of information and could line up the others. They're actually going to peel away from that. Mimi going to wait and actually loses out. 23 going to find the frag. So, the standard just 2-tap deagle, just real cash. They are going to be falling away towards Long. It looks like the T's are going to opt for that long take, or at least considered it, but peeling away now. I'm curious where their end goal may be.
And keep in mind, now with an extra weapon retrieved alongside that scout in the M4, that might bring the real danger in here for XSET. Of course, they're a player down. Also, still only 2 smokes and a Molotov and 2 times of flash left, so they could go to a site once, but that needs to be it. That hit needs to be perfect, because if not, Galaxy Racer would definitely be walking away with it. And look at that. So many players already rotating off towards B. Vilga has a lot of information. She is already pushing. The call will about to be made very soon. Ana waiting and ready with her op, or the scout, to make sure that this B-bomb site is on lockdown. But of course, the Molotovs and smokes will be flying really soon. And Zaz just looking to see if there's anyone going to be walking into her crosshair. And yes, 2 players are right there. Make it free. She does manage to pick that one up before she eventually falls herself. But still, a 3-on-2. It can still be done. Kelly B, especially on that deagle. She hits a very crisp shot. And now Juliana met with a lot of pressure. Cressy on the monster side. But they managed to clean it up. It was definitely pretty costly on the exit side, considering that they haven't really been able to build up their economy. But they managed to stay in control. And now, scoreline is all tied up 5-5.
Another big round now for Galaxy Racer. If you want to start building on that CT side, you do want that buffer. We've seen that pistol rounds seemingly don't like to go their way unless Kelly B bails him out with a couple of crackers. But Anna going to make position noted, but peel away from it. And here's that slow default again. Apart from Juliana just gets left off to do whatever she feels. Run free in the park. Go have a good time. Off she goes. Has a little walk around. Look how much ground she's gaining. And I don't know how much they're aware of this. They might check on it. But do they actually expect someone to have walked up this far? They're going to hear these steps. Juliana's going to call all of this. And again, Vilga could be in for a terrible surprise. That's going to be one. That's going to be two. That is Giuliano all over. The third could have happened as well. 23 is lucky to be alive, but here comes the flood. 2 more players coming her way.
Oh, this is so rough. Galaxy Racer just not paying attention to long at all. Of course, if you decide to play more from side, you should be. Especially leaving that toilet positioning open as well. And now, the A-bomb side is the pole of XSET. Petra just flicking onto 23 as if it's nothing. As soon as she peeked right there out of the smoke. And Kelly V, she does have that 1 M4. Claudia definitely did buy up as well with armor and a deagle. So the money is low, and I would just say try to save those because there's not really much you can do. But a nice little cheeky exit. That should be it. And Claudia now gets away with another AK. But the big task right now is to keep those does spot 1 player. But nope, she doesn't get the chance to even touch Claudia right there. They get to save the 2 rifles. Also on the exit side, they get away with 2. But it is exit with the round 1. Of course, yeah, we do need to keep in mind exit already on that first map. And starting off with 6 round on T side on Overpass is definitely not too bad.
No, it's pretty viable. And considering the pistol round did go the way of Galaxy Racer, if I'm not mistaken, that's pretty good going. Again, it's leaving opportunities like that. Giuliano just threading the needle. Now trying to compensate, popping up 2 players there, but you can see the read. They're in their heads. They are leading the mental game at the moment, and if 23 gets a little too curious, gets a little bit interested in what's around that corner, she will lose her life for it. 1 flash sent out. Nothing. No response. Just quiet.
And the thing is, Galaxy Racer, they do have a plan now for long. Of course, last round with it being open, they now decide to put 2 players on it. One playing anti-flash and the other one just holding the corner right there. But this time around, they're backing off. They're not going to be able to contest it and switch up to B instead. Looks like potentially a monster hit is about to come in. And of course, there's a little bit of utility, delaying things. Pretty much the only utility Galaxy Racer had. They only have a flashbang left, so yes, they do have 2 rifles that could be able to clean them up, and especially now that those 2 rifles are on that B bomb side. And oh my lord, it's the slaughter fast. Claudia and Kelly V pick up 2 each, leaving Petra all on her own, and she does pick up 1 more before she eventually falls. But that was a good play from actually Galaxy Racer by putting the rifles on B, grabbing the information on A, and it went for the W here. 6-6 now.
Yeah, Kelly V, I don't know how she got that 2nd kill out of this. Just blinded up, still managed to bail out 2, and this spray control from Claudia kicking in. Love a bit of that. Showing that prowess that we know is there, we just need to see it consistently. These gaps that form, if they can just keep it together, they are in such a good position, and they're in a very good position this map. 6-6 so far is not a bad scoreline. About to be 7-6. Galaxy Racer probably going to be the first time really leading this matchup. Keep in mind, this is XSET's map choice. Very interesting to see the veto going down the way it did. Bomb is planted. 23 gets a nice little double, and actually 4 this round for herself. And Giuliano would have to do nothing short of spectacular to pull it off. Not clean enough on the deagle. Defuse to come in, but 23 very well handled. And another round on the board. First time we're really going to see Galaxy Racer in the kind of driving seat, it feels, this time. So hopefully they can keep control of this lead. There'll be a buy coming back in, though, for XSET. It will not be easy to maintain.
No, it's especially on these buy rounds that they've struggled a little bit. Haven't really been able to answer for certain aggression we saw either on long or down B short. It looks like, ooh, 3 people here. 4 people, actually, down mid. Anna will be probably trying to peek with that off, and the flashbang is perfect, killing 2 people and getting away with a player advantage. And Petra needs to fall back a little bit, down to 2 HP, before it was almost too costly, because with 3 people, you can definitely get back into the round. And there is so much pace now. They focus so much on A that it's just Claudia here right now on B. She does manage to pick up Giuliano. So now with Cressy and Petra being so low, this might get real rough. And the Molotov as well on the site. Definitely making things tricky here for XSET.
They're trying to get a kill before they get the plant down or try and find some space, but Anna and Claudia should be able to hold this crossfire. Might be a 1-for-1 trade at worst. Claudia just considering the flash coming in. And Anna on the tight line. This should be a kill. Cressy just absolutely Ferrari Peter. Claudia knows the other's going to be there. The bomb committed. Cressy's made some space now. A 1v2 with 50 seconds. She's got the bomb. She can do a lot of work with this.
Oh, and the thing now as well is that 23 and Vilga are completely isolated from one another, and they need to retake this together. They have the player advantage, but the question is how are they going to be doing this? Of course, Cressy onto her flank as well, knowing that last scene there was still a player on B. But how will she do this? And Vilga still coming in from B, taking a very long time. And at this scenario, I need to get that kill very fast, because if not, it's Cressy walking away with it with a round that had a 4-2 lead, and finally the kill is there. But definitely a close one. But against the Racers, they do manage to pull through.
Yeah, Cressy putting in some incredibly hard work there. She did well, but again recovered. This is the first time we're seeing Galaxy Racer holding that diligence now, keeping themselves in the game. These kind of little shaky, but decent enough plays to get that lead looking good enough. Now let's see if they can get that 9-6. Now that would be perfect. That is a real little bit of a buffer for them to play off of. And a quick piece, it looks like those MAC-10s, that rifle with Giuliano. This is not going to be a slow-paced piece.
No, definitely not. And it looks like 23 was trying to hold it, gets one, but falls herself. But luckily, there's always backup in the name of Kelly V. She gets 2 for herself, Claudia 1 as well. And okay, Petra going in with that Mag-10. Oh, the timing so unfortunate. Switching back to the pistol, and that means the half is now 9-6 in favor of Galaxy Racer for the first time around. And we will go to a very short break and see how this one will go down eventually.
trying hard, but you can't quite make it look this good. We will stand our ground.
Welcome back, 9-6 on the half. Galaxy Racer do maintain a lead, but it can be closed quickly, Veerless. This is not a done deal. This is not over. This is not map 3. This is still with a lot to be proven and a lot to be played for.
Yeah, and Galaxy Racer, it looks like they have a set plan in mind. We see a big bunch of utility in hands of Vilga and Kelly V, ready to throw those smokes and flashes out, and it's looking to be B, Presley around the pillar trying to work, but so far, it's definitely going all the way of Galaxy Racer. So many crisp, clean kills there. And now the bomb is already down, 4v3. And this takes a lot of firepower to get back into this for XSET.
Certainly does. Petra, though, going to give it a damn good go. Claudia, though, going to put herself right at pole position, trying to take as much attention as possible. Even takes a scalp with her, too. No.
Oh.
No. Okay, thank you. Claudia comes in with her knife and says, look, we don't lose these. We're good. We're fine. 10 rounds on the board.
For real, I thought for a second it was possible, but no, Galaxy Racer take the pistol, the second one here on Overpass. And so far, definitely crisp, and the lead is definitely becoming bigger and bigger. Of course, now on that double-digit scoreline, and XSET stuck on pistols, so surely there should be another round on the board for Galaxy Racer. And looks like XSET gonna be heading into connector 4 people down there. Zars holding the flank towards mid, just in case anyone is gonna be peeking around that corner. But let's see what they're gonna be doing with this little bit of space they got for free. Looks like Vilga, she's about to deal with that real fast, and it's almost as if she knew. Throwing that Molotov right in time, hearing all the text coming in, she can clean up one at least, but more about to come in. And that's now Crusty taking the shot, making sure that things are evened out, the Mac-10 is retrieved, and XSET can still make this happen. But of course, Galaxy Racer in the meantime have gained so much control, they're just gonna be running towards that A bomb site. But XSET knew it. XSET are gonna be here right in time before they jump out.
Ooh, that was a bit of a dink, but didn't really find much more from it. 23 still feeling confident enough to take the fight, and does very comfortably off the back. So good work. They found the stack, they cleared it out, and they got the plant. So going through the motions, keeping it clean. Galaxy Racer now make it to 11. Now, this is where things get a little bit more interesting. This round coming in pretty soon. Now, keep in mind, Galaxy Racer, yes, they won the pistol, and that was a big problem that Inferno, they didn't really get many of those. So now we get the full, I don't want to say full buy. Look how much utility they've opted for over weaponry. They've decided that those Molotov smokes, flashes are pivotal, and they are, especially to this map. So XSET coming into this as well geared as they can be, but getting aggressive on short as well. I quite like the kind of attention to taking map control here.
Yes, pretty much if you don't really get it towards mid or A, just make sure to get it right down there on B. And so far, it's at least this point that's on control, but maybe they're not fully aware that they're actually all stuck behind that smoke, and now they're going to be jumping out, but Zars getting the first 2 kills. Sadly, not anything more. It's Kelly V trading them out and keeping it a 3v3. So, of course, now Galaxy Racer a little bit more scared, trying to back off, take a bit of a breather. And the thing is, though, XSET have used a fair amount of utility already. No Molotovs really left to deny a bomb plan or force anyone out of position for possible retake. Just 2 smokes, 2 flashbangs. But the timing, that needs to be it. And Petra is in connector here. Might be able to do something, maybe holding the flank just in case. But now, 30 seconds left. Galaxy Racer, they need to make a move.
Weighing up the options, and it looks like B will be the final destination. Mimi going to take a fair bit of flack on the way, but it's Giuliano still on the site. And we've got 14 seconds. They've really got to stick the landing now, and they start to. 10 seconds. Mimi and Petra can't stop this anymore. That bomb needs to go down now.
Bomb is down. But a 3v2. And on both sides, we do see players tagged up. Oh, and then Claudia just hitting them all together. Ooh, well, Gallus Eraser now on double the amount of rounds that XSET have. And XSET on, of course, now on that CT side, which you would hope to see them shine on. But right now, that buy definitely not really doing a lot. So back to the pistols it is. But slowly, Gallus Eraser, they're trying to make this one into a W, take it to a third map. And so far, the road towards that third map is definitely there. They have the confidence now. You can see that right now, Anna is becoming more alive. And Claudia as well. So let's see how they will deal with the pistols. The opt here is to have it done cleanly. So far, so good. First kill going the way of Gallus Eraser, and the second one now as well. And 3 more to go.
Okay. So close now. Just want to keep this clean. Crassy, you know, she's got a little hand cannon there. No one presenting many options than Molly. Luckily to be put out, actually, but still, you can see very cognizant of the potential positioning. Not going to get anything out from this. If they get one on the way, I'd be surprising. Anna with a little fadeaway says goodbye to Mimi. And Crassy, ooh, again, makes position noted and has a crack. Vilga flies around, says no, this is looking like map 3 is very possible now. At 13-6, that scoreline is getting further and further away from XSET, and they have not bucked the trend. I was kind of expecting them to kind of bound back here on the CT side, get into the motion. But the scoreline, as said, we kind of saw it on Inferno to a degree. You win that pistol, you kind of tear away from it, you get that first gun round. There's not many opportunities for the CT side. Now we saw the AWP coming out. Now we see the fall by decent utility. This should be a different look. It might be a harder round.
Oh my lord, Petra just going flying there in connector. The heavy aggression. This is what we need from XN. It's already good for 1 kill. But just the pretty much the shutdown there of connector, forcing now Gallus Eraser to just stick together, go all on towards long. But Mimi is right here waiting, picking them up, even dinking Anna down to 10 HP. And this round just definitely fell apart. It all started off with a good op shot, but right now it's pretty much on lockdown here by XSET, and they don't even have to move. They can just sit tight now in positions and wait for them to walk into their hands, and that's it. That's pretty much the round done.
Yeah, for now, Petra's, I guess, upgrade to an AWP has done very well. Mimi, of course, finding form too. This is the first time I feel like we can really say that XSET had that full purchase with the AWP coming out. So, I mean, this is the big chance of building back, but it's going to be so tricky. So, for now, let's see what Anna and Kelly V can do with this. Working up together towards long. You can see Petra just considering how can I play this safe, but still keep a sort of track on this one. Opting for headshot and playing with that smoke. Smoke fading will give her just enough time there towards Kelly V. And the crossfire holds with Giuliano. Right, first one on the board really for XSET here. It's their chance to build in. They have to keep rounds clean. They cannot afford to have their economy shattered. So at any point the money breaks, you're kind of looking done for. But with a start like that from Petra, you're going to be loving it. Mimi bailing them out with 2 towards long. Everything lining up. Even that dink as well. Mimi is sharp as attack today.
Yes, and now they need to keep it going because the economy on the Galaxy Racer side is definitely not broken just yet. They've had a fair amount of rounds that they were able to build their economy up. And so far, the first kill this time around goes the way of Kelly V. Definitely a player that has showed up on the server here today and is trying to keep the team in motion. Oh, that's a bit of a sound cue that Mimi heard, and that must give away that there's 2 players down there. So she's backing off a little bit, trying to reposition, make sure how can I win this fight the best. And that's the first, not the second. But Petra is there to back it up, but just getting overwhelmed. People were walking out of mid as well. So definitely now the player advantage for Galaxy Racer, and they're gonna make a move. They need to go fast, plant that bomb, and reposition for after plant.
Giuliano and Zaz, the dastardly duo, to try and do some damage, though. Anna watching this, so ready for this play from Zaz. There's not too many ways to offset it either. A missed shot is really the only gateway you get into this, that M4 Viorp. You ain't got many shots in there. Giuliano's now down, but Anna turns around. That's going to give away the AWP to Zaz. She's going to make a mad dash for it, get out of there. No chance for the round. That's going to be 14 now on the board for Galaxy Racer. This is looking like that Vertigo, the one map that we saw before between these two, could be played again. Now remember, roll your mind back. XSET kind of walked through Galaxy Racer. It wasn't actually a very pretty map at all, but we've seen diligence from Galaxy Racer. The highs and lows have been noted. There it is, another on the board for the side, and that freebie to start with certainly helped matters.
Yeah, probably the biggest problem on Vertigo was that Ana didn't really show up, and I have a feeling there's definitely more firepower in Ana now here today than on that Vertigo the last time around. So if we go to that third map, I'm a little bit worried even actually for XSET, and also considering that they've won this map last time around. They faced Galaxy Racer back in the summer, and now they're not able to pull through. So Galaxy Racer, definitely the confidence is coming back into them. And that's good. Of course, we like a competitive game of Counter-Strike. And the third map is definitely coming our way potentially very soon. But, of course, it's not done yet. Still more rounds for Galaxy Racer to need or to take that victory. Looks like they're about to head towards A. Or towards B. And Utility will now be flying a little bit, coming back. But so far, people are just sitting tight, not too overly aggressive on the exit side. Of course, their utility is also limited, and every piece they have, they need to make it count.
Couple of steps, giving away enough. Zaz is here. A lot of players on B. 40 seconds now. Still the Molotovs and smoke to put into play. Keep your eyes on the time. This is going to be quite a late hit, so this is going to be pretty hectic. Last bits of utility for the CTs put in. And it's go time. 25 seconds. The hit's about to come in. That high flash is going to set it in motion. They better make this count.
Oh, Mimi just has a good position playing off of Giuliano and Zaz. They each pick up one, and technically it was in favor for XSET, but now 9 seconds on the clock, and there's not really a player close, but leave it up to Mimi jumping down and taking the first shot to make the difference here. And Ana does flick onto Petra, but two people still to take care of. This is one hell of a task. Mimi coming the way, and she misses. That's the problem right here. And XSET take the round right back. But it was definitely a little bit maybe too costly. But the retake was definitely spot on, considering the lack of utility they had on their hands to keep the side back, and the firepower that Galaxy Racer had. Still, the ideas were there, but just the crossfire setup and the firepower, the individual plays. It's definitely, except they're trying to stay awake and get back into this game, and now Galaxy Racer out of money.
Yeah, the bank has been depleted. 8 to 14. Galaxy Racer do still maintain a good lead. Let's see what maybe they can do this round. Kelly V will be the kind of surprise element, if anything. In that round, can we just appreciate the fact that, like, Anna gets caught off kind of not clearing or considering someone could be still on that top balcony and just, like, whips a mad shot to it? Like, must be nice to be able to do that. But anyway, Giuliano did bail them out from bigger trouble by getting 2 kills on the cross last time. Krasny now going to be called in to help out here and just creates that lovely smoke wall with the Molotov. No problem, no death, no issues. Very clean from XSET. Double digits will be beckoning soon if they get the next one on the board. The buy back in for the T's though, and they are so close now. They feel they're so close to getting over that finish line.
This round, super important for Galaxy Racer because the money is on the low end, and considering that XSET were able to stay alive with all 5 of the players, that might make the difference here. All that economy is so important on Overpass, and if they're not able to pull back into it this round, they might get real tough real soon. But Zaz picks up 1, but once again, Galaxy Racer do manage to pick up 2 instead. And now are taking the lead here into this round. Juliana looking, oh, there's a little bit of information. And she goes on the hunt as well. Maybe she can catch the players off guard. Of course, not really expecting this push, but definitely information by Juliana. You can already see one player backing off towards A, making
Look
sure
at this
that they're ready
information,
for it.
Velas.
This is just absolutely insane. Oh, and they're going back. The steps are heard. She needs to hit the shot. And she does so. It's 2 back. So at least that makes things more competitive. In the lurk, it was Vilga. She is being caught off guard as well. So Claudia tagged up down to 30 HP. She needs to do it all on her own right now.
Giuliano just saved them. This round was going to go away from them. Giuliano re-aggressing on that is insane work. So well played. And you know, what are they meant to do? You don't expect someone to be there, but as soon as they tried to double back, she was ready and waiting. Even the patience to let one cross. Claudia, 29 HP, a 1v2, 23 seconds. Bomb to hand. This will be heard. Petra, experienced, knows what's happening. Now, what does Claudia do now in this post plant? Where does she take this to find that 1v1 to start with? That's a problem. Ooh, if she'd got that, if she just tapped away another chip of damage, 4 HP. Veerless, this is looking rough in all kinds of ways. I don't know how she gets out of this.
Oh, yep, they need to play together as a flashbang. At least Claudia tries to peek off of that one, but it's not going to be happening. XSET find themselves a 10th round now, making on to double digits, and the money is once again crushed for Galaxy Racer. This needs to be the time for XSET to get back into the game, to get tied up, and just the amount of room that Giuliano got for free and played off of, and the trigger discipline as well, making sure not to shoot too early, give away the sound cues, playing with the minds of Galaxy Racer a little bit. And that resulted definitely in that round 1, and now Galaxy Racer back to the drawing board. Of course, timeout being called, limited amount of weaponry and money for this round, but what can they make use of it?
Isn't that the question? So many close rounds now, just falling away. And I want to highlight Giuliano a little bit in these final few rounds. Keep in mind that sight hit that came through, that came down very close towards the end there. She got 2 on them crossing in towards sight. And now, of course, in that previous, got 2 big kills and pushed up and got such big information. Giuliano is making big moves, and she was quite quiet on Inferno. It wasn't her best, it wasn't her worst, it was just a bit middling. This is starting to get to that point where Giuliano becomes a bit scary to play against. So keep eyes on that performance if it does keep going the right way. Now we have a bit of a half buy. It's not bad. It's got some armor to it, some mollies, some flashes, and P250s. It obviously lacks a little bit of that pack-a-punch you'd want with your rifles, but you'll make do. Mimi, probably lucky to keep her head there. Those P250s could have just ripped that off. But for now, mollies go in, smokes go up, and they're going to try and make the play land.
Oh, the flashbangs are certainly doing their jobs, making sure that Svans and Cressy didn't have a lot of vision to work with. But now the firepower, of course, still in the hands of the AKs. Giuliano and Mimi pick up 1 each, maybe 1 more. Oh, and this now needs to be happening. XSET trying to get back into it. Petra does pick up 1, but is now left all alone. 1v2. She can do this. But of course, it's getting tricky. She now finds that AK right back in hand, and just simply too many angles to look at. You can see the little bit of the panic there, trying to stay in control, and that leaves now Galaxy Racer on the map point.
Yeah, again there, this is 1 round away now, and honestly doing this with pistols was pretty impressive. Kind of cutting the map and the sight into such small pieces that it was far more manageable and being overwhelmed in the end. A little unfortunate for Petra. The AWP's never a fun one to be left in that scenario with. But into this we go, 15-10 as said, map point for Galaxy Racer, and this would unlock that 3rd map, Vertigo. Hopefully no one afraid of heights on either of these sides, because I'm so glad that if we get that map 3. I wouldn't put it past XSET from still dragging this out. They are a team that does not give up lightly.
And right now, this time around, Galaxy Racer taking things a little bit more slowly. Of course, they know XSET, they had a full buy. Galaxy Racer have a full buy. They want to make use of every little bit they have to work with. And so far, everyone's just really sitting tight, cautious of whatever is about to come next. And slowly but surely, the bomb is making its way towards A. Of course, we do now see two people having that A-long control, not really being contested, but Cressy on the site. We see Petra in the toilet area, able to hopefully convert around, maybe even take care of the flank if it's about to come. But looks like just a clean A hit will be there. 5 people waiting and ready, and the timing. The Molotov was pretty good, but now Molotov's in return, flashbangs and smokes hitting the site. But Petra, she needs to do it all now with that FAMAS in hand. She gets one, Mimi now a second. And the time is ticking. It's 10 seconds left to get that bomb down.
It is, but I don't think anyone can stop it, so... Bomb planted safely. 3 players now tucked on the site. Can Galaxy Racer get over the finish line in this round? Already Kelly V going down does seem as though it's a no, but Claudia still stands. 22 kills to her name. Anna's now dead. It's all on Claudia. A 1v3. Takes down another. Claudia turns around. This is sick work from Claudia. Hits the reload. Knows where the player is. Cressy. 50 HP. Bomb ticking. This is surely hers. Cressy gets it done. Rips away the hope from Claudia from getting the ace and taking them to the next map. But that would have been exciting.
I mean, we have to give credit to Claudia, though. The amount of pressure she was able to apply there on that bomb site. And just spinning around, hitting every single shot with a headshot is just absolutely insane. Sadly, run out of bullets. The power of the AK wasn't there anymore. So right now, Galaxy Racer, once again, that pistol buy. And we've seen it work before, just 2 rounds ago. It was enough to pull them to map point against the rifles of XSET. So don't underestimate them. Of course, they still have, once again, a bit of utility to back them up with. And Juliana, you've been spotting a big bunch of times already. So of course it's being washed right now. And that almost cost her head. And this is pretty interesting. Gonna be boosting over that smoke, but not really gonna be working out. Smoke a little bit confusing, and the sound cue was heard. Vilga is gonna be going big balls here, jumping out of the smoke, finding 2, finding 3. This is absolutely nuts, and Vilga might have actually done it here.
I mean, I couldn't imagine a better person to lead the way into map 3, but now Petra trying to put up a bit of a fight on the way down. Not gonna go and take this one, laying down Mimi there. Pushes forward towards Bang, gets a little further ahead of that flash, so should be perfectly fine. Could catch Claudia on the site. That bomb's ticking so favorably to the T's. Can she clear out 23? Yes. Uh-oh, this is now looking a little bit troubling. Yeah, Claudia's going to hold the line and maybe make up for that previous round. She wants to close it now. The last one evaded. This one she should get, and she does get it. 16-11. Galaxy Racer, they're taking us to a map 3, Fearless. This is not over yet.
No, definitely not. And we will go to a very short break first. The desk will break this one all down before we jump into that one. So we will see you back soon.
We will stand our ground. We'll stand our ground.
Overpass goes the way of Galaxy Racer. I don't know what it is with these 2 teams, but the previous time they met as well, they took each other's map picks, and they do it here again. This one was very close, though. We're going to break this one down on the panel as we prepare for our 3rd map. For those interested, it will be Vertigo. But Ms. Harvey Potter, this series, Harvey, I'm going to come to you first. It's a series.
It is, and I feel that XSET left it on the table for Galaxy Racer to be able to bring this to a 3rd map. We mentioned it earlier with the vetoes being a little what, and this is what we have in our hands, an overpass pick by XSET, which quite frankly gave us a really good looking Galaxy Racer.
It really did, Potter. This map, it was mad. What do you feel like is the difference between the first map we saw and the second? Like, I don't know, something clicked, it felt, for Galaxy Racer.
Yeah, it definitely clicked. And of course, we have to talk about the pistols. Winning both pistols for Galaxy Racer definitely once again gave them a cushion, because towards the end there, things were looking dicey, I gotta say. Giuliano making big moves. That 2 kill that she got with the timing just trailing behind Claudia. That was an incredible round. And I think Galaxy Racer, their aggression really shined through for them. The fact that they won so many Tech 9 rushes towards that B definitely helped them. And look, I mean, going on to this third map, if that's what it's going to take for Galaxy Racer to put rounds on the board, is just getting in there, getting in the mix and banging it out with the trades, then that's what you got to do. So
Yeah.
I respect it for Galaxy Racer.
Rounds on the board, indeed. And speaking of a board, I believe,
Yes.
Miss Harvey, you got a drawing board for us.
I do. So let's go back into one of the rounds on the T side where I think is explain exactly what Galaxy Racer won today. So, you know, it's just a little bit of a default here. Kylie is gonna get a lucky kill here. As you see, there's a smoke here. Krusty is gonna try to cross or at least get there, and she's gonna win that fight. But what I want to talk about here is Petra and Mimi. So Petra watching this angle and Mimi connects her. So there's gonna be a little bit of a work here for Vilga and 20 to get there. But that pop flash, it's not going to be enough to kill Mini, but that trade here, these trades by Galaxy Racer are happening across the board on Overpass, and they're going to need to block these multi-kills from XSET if they want to win. And Petra here misses her shot, and 3 players are ready to get the trade and just take control of A, and the rest is history. They planted the bomb, and they won that round. So it's going to be a little bit of luck, but as well, a lot of teamwork for Galaxy Racer to win on Vertigo.
Yeah, Potter, Vertigo last time around was the pick of Galaxy Racer, actually. Now all the way through, floating it to the third map. Do you have certain expectations for this one?
I do, because not only is it their pick in the last series, it's Galaxy Racer's pick in majority of their series. So it's certainly a whole map, at least these ladies feel so. But as I said again, last time around, Vilga and Anna, they did not have a fun time towards that A ramp. Vilga, she was doing a lot of damage, just dishing it out, but just unable to find those kills for herself. So for Galaxy Racer, although it should be home turf, XSET, they just, man, Zaz. I'm afraid for Zaz, dude. She is going to be banging it out towards those B stairs. Just the way she lurks around the smokes, the way she knows her timings. It's going to be a challenge, I think, for Galaxy Racer here.
Well, there is one final map standing in between these girls and the championship for the DreamHack Showdown winter. Cannot wait to see Vertigo with, for the last time, Pansy and Fearless.